Subscribe to James the Sheriff Dixon, you motherfuckers.
What's going on, guys? James here to bring you another video. And this one we'll be doing our weekly The Walking Dead video. So this episode we got our Season 9, Episode 6 video reaction review. So let's jump right into this. So this episode we did get our confirmed 6-year time jump. Not 5, but 6 years, I believe they said. So there were a lot of things happened in this episode. We got to see Magna and her group. If I'm pronouncing that name wrong, I'm sorry. We got to see a whole bunch of storylines develop from the comic. We got to see Michonne talking to the dead characters that she does in the comic, which she hasn't really done in this show yet. We saw her daydream in season 4, but that really wasn't the same. So I was really hyped for that this past episode tonight. Excuse me. We also got to see baby Rick. Rick's baby. That's what I meant to say with Michonne. Michonne was like a really big highlight of tonight's episode, which I thought was interesting. So I'm thinking that she might be the highlight going onwards since Rick's dead. She might be taking Rick's role as the leader. Now, with the other characters, I think Daryl is living on his own ever since Glenn's death. He blames on himself, and Rick's death, he might take the blame on himself because I kind of blame him for those two deaths at the latest. I'm gonna get hate for that, but if he didn't stop Rick from going after Maggie, Rick would still be on the show. They would find a way around to write Rick's character up, but if Daryl didn't stop him specifically, I don't know why they chose Daryl, because they already chose Daryl to have Negan kill Glenn off and have Abraham killed off. But now it's two characters on Daryl's shoulder, at least. He doesn't know that Rick's still alive. That'll be a big surprise if Andrew Lincoln ever changes his mind and wants to come back. But as of this moment, Daryl thinks Rick's dead, and he's living on his own in the forest. And in this next episode, Henry and Carol are going to him for some reason. I'm pretty sure it's to tell him about the fair that's coming up, which is a big storyline in the comics. I'm not up at that point yet. Right now, I'm right at the point in the comics that the show is catching up to in the comics. There's a lot of story comic in the show right now that's happened. There's a lot of stuff from the comics in the show that's happening right now in the show, is what I'm trying to say. But this episode was great. I love Judith right now. Like I said before, my last reaction review, I love Judith as this age compared to when we first met Carl. When I first met Carl in season 1 at that age, I did not like him. I thought his kid, he was annoying until season 4, like I said in my last video. I like Carol. I loved when she lit the guys on fire in their sleep and got her ring back. That was a badass scene. Carol is still here. She is my queen. You all know that. I love her deeply as a character. She's still my favorite. So, Father Gabriel is trying to talk to other people. I still think deep down that he's trying to find Anne. That's why he really got the radio signal, and I think that Eugene and Rosita actually got it working before they left, because they have everything set up. Now, they didn't show us if they have the bags with them, but they have it set up at least. Now, we did get our Whisperer tease this episode, and they're taking Eugene and Rosita and putting them in a pair of some other character shoes from the comics that I've just been reading. Oh, excuse me again. But yeah, Eugene and Rosita are taking a place of some other comic characters that I've been reading up to this current issue. And then at the current issue, but you know what I mean. This episode was great. Like I said, I love Judith. I love the Judith and Negan scene where they're doing the math problems and Judith tells Negan off pretty much. And again, I love the stuff with Michonne talking to the dead members of the group. They should have had more of that from the start. I've said that before in my live streams on Twitch. I do Twitch, if you don't know that. It's James the Sheriff Dixon, the same name on here, if you want to see my Twitch streams. I'm in the middle of Red Dead Redemption, if you're wondering what game I'm playing right now. I do The Last of Us 2 every now and then when I'm not playing that. But yeah, that was just a side tangent. Yeah, I loved tonight's episode. We got our time jump that a lot of us have been speculating, and yeah, it was a really great episode. I still think Daryl's living on his own because he has the guilt of what he did to Rick, and probably Glenn too. We'll find out because he's been bringing up season 1 events in this season, so he probably has the guilt of Glenn on him too right now, and that's probably why Carol went out to him. I don't know what Carol's gonna teach Henry, but they're teaching him something. That's what they told Ezekiel. They want to teach him something, so we'll find out what that is in the next episode. So let's rate this episode. I give it a 5 out of 5. I think this is the start of the new beginning. Like, we saw the last part of it when Rick died. That's probably one of the reasons why they killed him off, because they wanted a new beginning without Rick. And I can see why. At the same time, like, they could have kept him. Also, if you saw Aaron, he has a metal arm now, kind of like Thanos, but he has the Rick beard and he has a metal arm now. So he's kind of taking over Rick's comic book companion. Well, I can't think of the word right now, but he's counterpart. He's taking over Rick's comic book counterpart. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah. Again, tonight's episode, 5 out of 5 stars. So yeah. That's it for pretty much today's video. I loved it. I hope it gets better when the Whisperers actually show up and we don't just hear them from Eugene and Rosita's viewpoint. I hope Opie is great when we see him as the Whisperer, as one of the Whisperer leaders, Beta. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Great episode tonight. I hope it gets better. As we're only 2 episodes away now because it's getting close to Christmas time. We're only 2 episodes away. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. So if anything else comes up, like if I think of anything else to make a video out of, I will put it out later this week, like I usually would. But until then, I will see you guys in my Bad Movie Friday video for the stuff, which I already announced in my last week's Bad Movie Friday. So I will see you guys then. Until then, this is James saying, if you like what you've been seeing, please like and subscribe for more. This is James saying, peace. See you in the next one, guys.
Right. I just want to shout out an amazing channel, James the Sheriff Dixon. Oh, he's such a great guy, and he is super cool for coming to the show. I'm glad I got to meet him in person, and you should subscribe.